What's up everybody? Dr. Patrick from Dual Dimension here. A couple pieces of news before we hop into this video. The first is if you are a local game store and you're interested in hosting and running and tracking your locals for ShardBugs, check out the Hive Breeder website that just came out recently. I'm gonna have the link for that in the description box down below. It's basically like running your DCI number when you used to go play F&M back in the day. The second piece of information that I wanted to pass on to you, it's the new comprehensive rule set. This rule set has all of the circumstances and situations that could occur potentially in ShardBugs, and also gives a great detailed breakdown of all the different card types, definitions, and other situations that you might find yourself pondering in a game. So definitely check it out. I'm gonna have another link in the description box down below, or you guys could go to the official ShardBugs website and check under the rule set there. The last piece of news I wanted to pass on to you guys is that if you're all in Florida, particularly near Osprey, at Collective Cube this Saturday, there's gonna be a $1,000 ShardBugs tournament that I will be participating in. I'll also be covering the event, taking some footage, and doing some interviews too. So definitely look forward to all of that content coming out in the future. But if you're in the area, definitely check it out. This weekend's gonna be a blast. So there's a lot of exciting news coming out from the world of ShardBugs, and I'm super excited about the comprehensive rule set, because that just means that the future of the competitive play of ShardBugs is going in the right direction, and that makes me super excited. Now, I stopped by my local LGS today because I mentioned I was going to be participating in that 1K on Saturday. And so today we are going to be opening a completely fresh Infestation Booster box. We could potentially get all of the cards that we need to complete our deck for this Saturday. So come with me over here and let's burst through this box and see what we pull. I am super stoked to open and rip through these packs here. I'm looking for a few Luna cards. And anything full art. I'm trying to add ShardBugs to the collection that I have up top in my glass case here. So as we get through this, we open the top of the box to reveal our beautiful Infestation packs here. At the top, again, we have our token pack, so we can go ahead and open that towards the end. Also, we have the prize pack. So we're gonna have our prize card in here and our 6 avatar tokens. So these are gonna be opened up at the very end. And then of course, we have our lovely booster packs. Now last time I know we went side to side. I'm just gonna go and grab whatever pack comes to me. There we go. Let's see how we start off our first pack here. Let's create a little bit of space. First card out, Lunarian Ritualist. Actually, beautiful. It's one of the cards that I needed. So we're starting off on a perfect start. Solarian Strider. Ooh, another Goldfield Hero. Nice. Hive Collapse. Look at the shine on that. Beautiful holo. Put that to the side. I am super excited. Oh, actually, wow. Shout out to Mike. We were just talking about this at Luncheons and Dragons. I'm gonna bring this to you tomorrow, dude, if you watch the video. Plasma Archer. I'm super excited for the 1K this Saturday. I've been looking forward to playing ShardBugs competitively since I found out about the game. But having an opportunity to actually play. The other tournaments were, I know the most recent one was in Dallas, so I just didn't fly out to that. But I do intend on traveling for these events. I'm super addicted to this game. Ooh, Dust Moth, nice. We need that. Okay, Solar Storm. Look at that. Look at the twinkles of the stars. And they're all different shapes too. That's very interesting. Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, right into a holo. The Swallowtail Soldier. Look at that. Nice. I was saying in the last video, I thought ShardBugs could come out with like a cartoon series or something eventually, like in the future. You can tell just based off the animation on the cards that these bugs would look amazing in action. So we're just ripping through here. Already a bunch of pulls that we need. Termite Assassin. Starting off the pack here, another Deflect. Checker Defender. That's sick. Look at that Beetle Paladin. Other beetles on your field get +1 defense. Okay. So we could go beetles here. A little hollow Goldfield Security. Hard Shell Swarm. Very nice card there. Ooh, Bolster the Ranks. That's another one that we needed. There's a couple ideas that I have for some decks in my head. I'm going to start to flesh them out and actually put them on the channel. I've noticed that there's a lot of newer players in the Discord. A lot of people that have just joined the Discord but have either never played ShardBugs or they've just played like 1 or 2 games at an event. So just coming out with a few ideas for them just to have some basic stuff to start with, I think could be pretty cool outside of just the starter decks. No way, nice. I was actually thinking about making a Meteor deck and Apocalypse Engine. That is something that I would need, so excellent. Ooh, and then you could always appreciate a nice foil Crescent Comet. Look at his eyes. That is so cool, look at that. Man, ShardBugs is so cool. Defensive Stance and Great Pond Diver finishing the pack there. Let's see what we get here next. I am real excited to open up this prize pack too. So far we've gotten nothing but bangers from these prize packs. Solarian Strider here. Ooh, Morgana the Shadow. Nice. Wow, look at her. Look at the sheen of her weapon as you pass the card over. So cool, so cool. I think this is our second copy here. Foil Darkness. Can always appreciate that as well. I love getting nice foils of commons and uncommons. It always allows you to just, you know, flash out the deck a little bit more. But if you're at the 1K this weekend too, feel free to say what's up. I would love to meet people from the ShardBugs community. Wow, yes. I think we only need one more to complete our set. Perfect. But I would love to meet more members of the Discord. Ooh, Ant Tunnel. I think that finishes our play set of that. Nice. Invasion Forces. The Discord seems super cool. Everybody in there seems really chill and really passionate about ShardBugs, which is something I haven't seen in a long time. To see how active it is each day. There's always updates. People are always talking about different types of deck theories. And I love, oh, Kurd, Shield of Soul. Nice. That's our first copy of him. We have the mercenary version of him, the neutral color. Potion Purveyor. Fungal Farmer. All right, can always appreciate a couple copies of that. But it's been a while since I've been involved in the community, especially TCG community. Excuse me. That really cares about the game. And even cooler yet, the creators of the game seem to actually care about us, which is really awesome for a change. Crescendo, Nature's Bard. Nice, that's our first copy of him, a Hopper. War March. So I'm really excited, like I said earlier in the video, for the future of this game, especially now that the new comprehensive rulebook is out. That just means that competitive play will have a little bit more direction, and the guidelines basically thicken so that people understand the parameters to which they could play, and then we can start to push this game really to its limits. Eclipse Forager there. Propaganda. Always like that card. It's nice to see that the bugs also participate in social political behavior. Okay, Herald of the Frost. We pulled the foil of him in our last opening. Okay, another Ant Tunnel actually. Nice. Oh, Servo. Okay. For the Worm deck. Like I said, there's a few brews. Oh, shout out to Mike. Yeah, I got you tomorrow, dog. I got you. There are a few decks, though, that I'm thinking about brewing up. It's like every day in the back of my head, I'm thinking of how could this work with this? So I really want to try to flesh those decks out. But that also means we need to open as many packs as we can. Build out our collection here. Okay. Underground Network, I like that. Again, kind of supporting the worms. Into the Luna. Nice. Look at that all art. That is so cool. Wow. Look at that. That is insane. That is so cool. Awesome pull there. Into the Recruver Reaper. Foil as well. What a dope pack, man. Yo, Mike. Plasma Archer. Red Fly Scout. The other thing, too, that I'm really curious to see is how the meta evolves over time. Shout out to Lord Canitos. I've been watching all their videos, basically, at this point. This is our second one. I heard he was pretty weird to get in packs, but... Oh, wow. Okay, we skipped a couple, but we go right to the Mars. Wow. Look at... I don't even have any words. That is crazy. That is insane. That is going in the shelf. That is nuts. Wow. Or we might use this. I actually had an idea for his effect. That is insane. Awesome card. Great pull. War Profiteering foil there. Propaganda. Beauty of the Glade. Finishing it off there. On to the next pack. But they've been doing a great job of covering the decks that we've seen at the most recent tournaments, giving us a bit of a breakdown, kind of giving us their opinion of them as well, and what they would change, which I think is really cool. Cheese Knife of Doom. Shout out in Discord. I know we talked about this like a couple months ago. So if you're trying to make that deck and I see you, come and grab one from me. Here you go, if you don't have the complete set. Red Fly Scout Hollow there. Garbage Savant. And how are we finishing off here? Colony Scout. All right. We're ripping through these packs pretty quick, though. I'm really excited to get to that prize pack. Another reason, too, why I want to travel besides... And there it is. Our complete set. Beautiful. Another reason why I want to travel, though, is I want to go to these events and collect a lot of the... Another Mars. Nice. I want to collect the promo cards. Oh, Kurd. Oh, no, Astra. I'm sorry. Look at that. That is amazing. And it can be played at quick speed. Nice. What a nice card. Hold the Line. Oh, man. Look, I put it in the rare pile for you, too. And the Red Fly Scout finishing it off there, too. Yeah, I want to collect the promos. I want to compete as much as I can. You know, I'm not going to really harp on it much. I know a lot of channels right now, a lot of TCG talk about Magic and selling out basically and all this type of stuff, but nice. A second servo. I'll take that for the worm deck. But, you know, it really doesn't seem the same. Nice. It really doesn't seem the same, and until things kind of go back to the way they used to be, I'm pretty sure I'll always play casual Magic when I can. But competitive Magic has always been something that just... It hasn't really felt the same. I remember the Pro Tour qualifier I competed at in 2018. I think that was the... Okay, another non-holo copy. That was the last time I kind of felt a little bit of that community. Ooh, nice. I'm going to give this card to my brother. This is his favorite card. But ever since then, and ever since essentially, I think it was a few years ago that they spliced the Universes Beyond into Standard, it kind of just changed the whole environment of the game. And so I know it sounds like I compliment this game a lot, but it does feel really nice to know that there's a TCG that there's some depth to, but there's also cool to collect as well, and it's original. Oh, Robo Reachers. Nice. That looks really cool. The schematic looks awesome. Like, you could turn it this way and it just looks basically like a metal print, but then the detail really starts to shine kind of like it's in the sun. That's really awesome. Okay, Rolly Blades. But yeah, this game is really, really awesome. Magic, I'm always gonna have a place in my heart for it. But for now, I think this channel is gonna lean a lot on ShardBugs. So expect a lot of ShardBugs content to come out in the future. Another Crescent comment there. Nice little staple. Thought that was a foil. Okay. A little rare there. Secret Stinger Hollow. Nice. 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 Not too many super bangers in here, but we're getting a lot of bulk that we need for our decks, which I think is actually a lot better. It's crazy how sometimes the commons and uncommons are the harder cards to get. Nice, you get a weapon there. A mechanized infantry holo there as well. So it's good to have the staples for a lot of the different colors. That way I can start creating more deck text and things like that. I think we're down to our last 5 packs. Oh, and next month when Terraform comes out, I've been talking about it for the last 2 months, but I'm definitely going to be picking up. Oh, nice, Serene Oasis. Nice, you could always use one of those. I'm going to be picking up a booster box for that set as well. I have to see what is in store. They've been putting a lot of teasers out in the Discord, which if you guys aren't watching, or if you guys are watching these videos and you are not a part of the Discord, please join the Discord. I'm going to put a link in the description in the box down below. It's such an active community. Oh, nice, another Holy Roly. And like I said, now is a nice time to be in there because you're going to be on queue to see all of the spoilers basically for the next set. Nice little Serene Oasis there. Second copy. Goldfield Hero. That's our 3rd copy, so we have a full set now. Nice. Order of Rinfrath. A little Dragonfly support into a Fungal Farmer. And then into the Panicked Villager. Final 3 packs before we get into the token pack and the prize pack. Holy Roly again. Oh my gosh, I think that's 4 total that I have now. So we have another full set of him. This worm deck is really coming together. This is crazy. Again, as we speak. All right, a Phasmomancer. Interesting. This is a cool card. Like a little doped out wizard grasshopper just going through the forest there, the little grass tree line. Carapace Shield holo. And we're going to finish off the pack here with the Invasion Forces. Final 2 packs. And I'm really excited to get some coverage of the 1K this weekend. Nice, this is a good card to have. Oh, Orama Luna Spectre. We are getting a lot of dragonflies in these packs. This is awesome. Very cool. You can have 2 of those in your deck. Very nice. Already halfway completed. Okay. Silverwing Butterfly. Final pack. Let's see how we do here. Oof. No. Definitely got to be careful trying to open these packs. Don't want to rip anything. Couple Serena Oasis. Nice. I think this is the first Death's Moth Messenger that we've seen so far. So that's definitely one card I was looking out for. Another nice staple for Luna. Morgana's Influence here. Into the Roach Coach. Always like a Roach Coach. I think we have 4 copies of that now. So that's coming along. The little Roach deck that we're thinking about. Finishing off Invasion Forces. Now it's time. We're going to get into these 2 packs. I'm going to start off with the token pack first. Now these packs are just going to come with a couple copies of the tokens from the set. In a couple months or whenever they release the token cache and the new playmat, we're going to be previewing that on the channel as well too. We have our Beetle Warriors. Some bounty tokens here, larva recruits. Flip them over, a few more larva recruits as well, and our worm warriors. Look at that. A few copies of those, nice to have on hand. Now finally we get into the prize pack. This is what I've been waiting to get into the entire time. Oh goodness. So we got our tokens here for the avatars. They're double-sided as well. And we get to the back here for the prize card. Wow, look at the shard cluster. Just looking like a giant piece of metal, essentially. That's cool. It just looks like a giant plate of metal. What a cool card there to finish off the box. So take a look at all of the pulls. Not all of them, but most of the pulls that we could fit basically on screen reasonably. Super excited about what we pulled in this box though. I want to complete 1 or 2 decks I think now for this Saturday. So again, I'm really excited to compete this weekend at Collective Cube. If you're in Osprey, Florida, definitely go to Collective Cube this weekend. Compete in the tournament, open some packs, build some decks, come say hello. But shout out to ShardBugs, shout out to the ShardBugs community. Discord link is going to be in the description box below. Until the next video, guys, this is Patrick from Dual Dimension. Peace.